Experience Dubai Expo trip at ₹59,999 with GT Holidays, Tamil Nadu's #1 travel company.
Crown Plaza, Chennai, Adayar Park.
The kiss matter going around. You have very emotionally involved with Gautham Karthik.
எங்கே போனாலும் இன்டர்வியூஸ் போனாலும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் அவங்க கேட்குற என்னன்னா ஏன் உங்களை பற்றி எந்த காசிப்பும் வர மாட்டேன், ஏன் யாருமே உங்களை பற்றி எதுவுமே எழுத மாட்டேன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. அண்ட் ஐ திங்க் திஸ் வாஸ் லைக் அ செலிப்ரேஷன் ஃபார் எவரி. லைக் ஃபைனலி சம்திங் அபவுட் ஹர் கேம் ஜஸ்ட் ஸோ ரைட் இட் அப். You know what, as actors உங்களுக்கு இவ்வளோ தான் ப்ரைவேட் லைஃப். ஸோ if there's something planned, if there's something fixed, நானே வந்து சொல்லுவேன்.
What do you find in Gautham Karthik?
He's a very honest guy. With him, he understands where I'm coming from. I can speak about anything and he's not going to judge me. எனக்கு filter கிடையாது when I speak. So I'm extremely comfortable with him.
One last word on Gautham Karthik.
He is a very, very, very important person in my life.
What does your father and mother react to this Gautham Karthik?
They always tell me, it's your life, you take a call. We'll always back you up. But the thing with this, if ஏதாவது ஆச்சுனா அதுவும் you have to face it. But my dad was a little...
You had some weight issues.
Yeah. Since I was new to the industry, I did all sorts of things, like crazy stuff. எல்லாமே பண்ணி I lost weight. Then they came and said, chubby cheeks, அதனால you can't, you know, we liked you better that way. So I was like, okay. Then I started putting little weight. And then they said, oh my God, you put on weight again. So confused. நான் என்னதான் பண்ணோம் இப்போ?
Your birthday was celebrated last week. Gautham was there for the birthday?
No, why would I speak about it? If it was a one-on-one without camera, I would have told you many things. Like I said, I like to keep my private life private. I wouldn't comment on it.
Look who is here this week on the red carpet. None other than Manjima Mohan.
Hi, sir.
Hello, Manjima.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
What is the kiss matter going around is that you have very emotionally involved with Gautham Karthik. Would you explain how this...
How emotionally I'm invested?
Yeah.
No.
So you have been romantically linked with Gautham Karthik.
It's funny because நான் வந்து இப்போ AYM released in 2016, so it's almost, I would say, 6 years in the industry. எங்கே போனாலும் இன்டர்வியூஸ் போனாலும் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் கொஸ்டின் அவங்க கேட்குற என்னன்னா ஏன் உங்களை பற்றி எந்த காசிப்பும் வர மாட்டேன், ஏன் யாருமே உங்களை பற்றி எதுவுமே எழுத மாட்டேன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. And I think this was like a celebration for everybody. Like finally something about her came just so right it up. You know what, I would say, sir, as actors, உங்களுக்கு இவ்வளோ தான் ப்ரைவேட் லைஃப். மற்ற எல்லாமே உங்களுக்கு பப்ளிக் தான். நீங்கள் என்ன பண்ணாலும், நீங்கள் எவ்வளோ ப்ரைவேட்டாக என்ன பண்ணாலும் அது வந்து at one point will come out, because that is the price we pay for the work we are doing. But me as a person, my profession might be this, but then there are certain things I would like to keep it to myself. அது வந்து எனக்கு ரொம்ப பியூராக இருக்கும், சீக்ரெட்டாக இருக்கும். It's very close to my heart. So I'm not very out there talk. I don't like to talk about what's happening in my life, what's my relationship status. I've never done it also. If you've seen past interviews எடுத்து பார்த்தாலும் வந்து I'll never speak about it unless and until it's my close friends or close circle of friends. I'm not very comfortable talking about it because ஒரு relationship ரெண்டு பேர் இருக்காங்க, ரெண்டு families are involved. So when I'm making comments based on how I feel or what I feel, it might affect someone else in the same circle. So I'm very, very
But you were seen with Gautham, and
yeah, I'm seen with so many other actors too. I've hung out with so many people. I haven't hung out with Gautham as much as I've hung out with some of my co-stars before. So it's not like a very comfortable space for me. Like if he agrees, I'll agree. It's because there are two people involved. I can talk about myself, but all I can say is இப்போ இருக்கிற situation நான் வந்து சரி இந்த மாதம் கல்யாணம் பண்ணி I have to start a family அந்த மாதிரி எந்த தாட்டும் இல்லை. There's nothing like that because this is a big thing. நம்ம எதுக்கு வெட்டிங் பண்ணாம எதுக்கு ஒருத்தர மேரேஜ் பண்ணி, see, it's because we want everybody to know that we are getting married and we're starting a family. It's not something ஹஸ்ஸஸ் போய் பண்ணுற மாதிரி எதுவுமே இல்லை. So if there's something planned, if there's something fixed, நானே வந்து சொல்லுவேன். And that's what I told my dad also. My dad is there. He'll also come and speak about it. There's nothing to hide and do it. If there's something very major happening in my life, I will speak about it at that point.
Yeah, but what do you find in Gautham Karthik? I mean, he's a smart young man.
Yeah,
and
he's an honest guy. அதுதான் எனக்கு பிடிச்ச விஷயம்.
he's honest.
He's a very honest guy. Though he's coming from such a big family, அவங்களுக்கு இண்டஸ்ட்ரி பற்றி நிறைய விஷயம் தெரியாது. And what I like is நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணும்போது ஒர்க் பற்றி பேசலாம். பட் ஆஃப் ஸ்க்ரீன் if you ask me, I'm not very okay with cinema talks outside my work. Like the normal conversations I like about life, about what's happening in the world, and not about who's with who and what is happening, who's doing which movie. And எனக்கு அது I don't speak also. என்னோட ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸை பார்த்தாலும் அவங்க வந்து even if they're from the industry, நாங்கள் மீட் பண்ணும்போது எல்லாருமே very casual conversations. So that's what I like about him as well.
And your comfort level with Gautham. That's what you are telling me. That
Yeah, I am very extremely comfortable with him, but there are few other people also that I'm comfortable with. So he's a very close friend of mine. I can say he's a very special person in my life. He's a very close friend, and my family knows him very well. So, and I can talk to him without any filter. இப்போ நம்ம ஒரு ஃப்ரெண்டு கிட்ட பேசும்போது ரொம்ப யோசிச்செல்லாம் பேசுனா then it's not a good friendship. You have to think twice about it. With him, I don't have to do that.
What you're saying is you can let your hair down and be pally with him. And
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I can speak about anything and he's not going to judge me. And I'm like that with my family itself. When I filter when I speak. So some people get hurt when I speak. But with him, he understands where I'm coming from. So I'm extremely comfortable with him.
Your birthday was celebrated last week.
Yeah.
Very big birthday party.
No. My parents were here in town. I was seeing them after a very long time. COVID kapram they didn't travel much because they are old. So now I don't put them in that position. But birthday they were like, okay, you're turning 29, we have to be there. And so it was a very small celebration.
But Gautham was there for the birthday?
No, why would I speak about it? I would, like I said, if it was a one-on-one without camera, I would have told you many things. But since there's a camera in front of me, and like I said, I like to keep my private life private, I wouldn't comment on it.
So obviously, something is brewing.
You can say that. I think that much I can tell you. Yeah.
The media exaggerated talk. What do you feel about it?
The
about
exaggerated actresses and actors.
Kiss and all the matter.
That is their business. They'll do it. அவங்களுக்கு அப்படிதா TRPயே வரும். So I can't really say don't write this, don't do this. ஏன்னா அது I'm commenting on their work. இப்போ they don't come and tell you which movie to do which. So I think sir அப்பா சொன்ன ஒரு விஷயம் ரொம்ப முன்னாடி a coin has two sides. இப்போ இந்த சைடில் you want fame, success, money னா அந்த சைடு அவங்க என்ன சொன்னாலும் நீங்கள் கேட்டு தான் ஆகணும். So there are certain things you can react to. இப்போ for instance இந்த ஒரு full gossip பற்றியே பேசும்போது இது இப்போ எனக்கு தெரியாமல் இது வெளியே வந்திருந்தா I wouldn't be shocked. Like yeah, okay, fine, they wrote, so what? என்கிட்ட பெர்மிஷன் கேட்டு கிளாரிஃபிகேஷன் வாங்கினதுக்கு அப்புறம் ஒரு காசிப்பாக வெளியே போடும்போது இட் வாஸ் மோர் லைக் அன் இன்சல்ட் டு மீ. அதுக்கு நீங்கள் சொல்லாமலே போட்டிருக்கலாம் வெளியில். You didn't have to clarify it with me or him or tell him that I told this. You know the whole game. So you could have just put it out. I would have been like, okay, whatever, it's part of life. But என்கிட்ட கேட்டுட்டு இது ஓகேயா, இது ட்ரூத், is there any truth? And I clarified it, saying that this is so and so and so. He got all the clarification and then he put it out like a source told him. It was very, very, it was hurting for me.
Okay. So what is your father and mother, I mean, they react to this Gautham Karthik episode?
They were laughing. They asked me, oh, கல்யாணமா எங்களை கூப்பிடுமான்னு கேட்டேன். ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அதுதான் கேட்டேன். But my dad was a little hurt because he's not used to people writing about us or, you know, அவங்களும் இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் தான் இது வரைக்கும் ஒர்க் பற்றி எல்லாமே யாருமே அப்பா பற்றி எதுவுமே தப்பாக or good, great things they haven't written. We live a very normal average life. So சடனாக ஒருத்தர் எல்லாருமே அவங்கள கால் பண்ணி கேட்க ஆரம்பிச்சிட்டாங்க. We cousins and all started calling up and saying, "Na, kalyanathu கூப்பிட மாட்டேன்." அது it became very personal for them because we are very like close as a family. So and we celebrate everything as family. So suddenly amma வீட்ல இருந்து they called up and said, Amma's brothers and all, என்ன சொல்லவே இல்லையே கல்யாணம்லாம் சொன்ன. So it was very exhausting for them to sit and explain to everybody. And my dad was a bit upset, but now he's fine. He's just laughing at it.
Okay. But they approve of Gautham?
They approve of all my choices, whether it's movies or they've spoiled me. Cinema irundhalum seri, friendship irundhalum seri, even the funny fact is not my first relationship. I've had my relationships before. So அந்த அது விஷயங்களா இருந்தாலும் சரி, they always tell me it's your life, you take a call, we'll always back you up. But the thing with this, இப்போ ஏதாவது ஆச்சுனா அதுவும் you have to face it. If you're successful also you have to face it. If you go through failure also, we are there to just back you up, that's all.
Yeah, you have undergone all success and
failure. I think I've undergone more failures than success, I would say.
Yeah. But still you keep going. What is that spirit in you that keeps you going?
Because it's life. அது இட்ஸ் வெரி ப்ரெஷியஸ். அது கோவிட்க்கு அப்புறம் இப்போ எல்லாருக்குமே தெரிஞ்ச ஒரு விஷயம் தான். பிகாஸ் வி டேக் இட் ஃபார் கிராண்டட் இல்லை சார். ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் சின்ன சின்ன விஷயத்துக்கு சண்டை போடுறது, ட்ரோல் பண்ணுறது, மீம்ஸ், இன்சல்ட்டிங் பீப்புள், இதெல்லாம் கோவிட் முன்னாடி ஐ ஃபெல்ட் இஸ் டூ மச். இப்போ வென் தட் திங் ஹேப்பன்ட், ஐ திங்க் ஐ ஃபீல் at least the people around me, they value life so much. Like I was talking to you, being kind to each other matters a lot. ஏன்னா அது கொஞ்சம் கம்மி இப்போ. ஸோ இன்னும் அது நிறைய இருந்துச்சுன்னா பெட்டர்.
One last word on Gautham Karthik.
What do I say about him? I think he is a very, very, very important person in my life. That's all. Like if you want me to say a word about him as his personality, I would say he is a male version of me.
And you get along very well.
Yeah, I get along with his family, I get along with him.
You have met his family?
Yeah. Met his family. I've spent more time with his mom.
Tell me about his mom. How's
She's gonna kill me if I speak about her on a TV channel. She's also like me, very like homebound. But about her, what do I say? I think she's a very strong woman. ஏன்னா என் அம்மாவும் அப்படி தான். மோஸ்ட்லி மை ஃபாதர் வாஸ் அவுட் ஷூட்டிங் இல்லை. ஸோ ரெண்டு பேரே, மீ அண்ட் மை பிரதர், கம்ப்ளீட்லி மை மதர் ஒன்லி ரேஸ்ட் அஸ். It's the same thing with her as well. So I look up to both of them.
And now there have been also, I've been reading a lot that you had some weight issues.
Yeah.
Would you, because being a glamorous heroine in mainstream cinema, they believe that the heroines of the modern age should be only Kochis. Your comment?
My comment on the second part, I don't know. With me, I can say that initially, நான் AYM release ஆனதுக்கப்புறம் I got so many opinions on how I have to lose weight and all of that. And since I was new to the industry, I did all sorts of things, like crazy stuff. I starved at times, some fat diets I did, ellame panni I lost weight. Then they came and said we can't, like, and the charm illa, chubby cheeks illa, adanal you can't, we liked you better that way. So then I was like, okay, konja weight podalam, maybe that is it.
Yeah, because South Indian heroines have chubby cheek.
Yeah, they like that konja cheeks irukudhu, aprom konja they like it little like that. So I was like, okay. Then I started putting little weight. And then they said, oh my god, you put on weight again. So then after a point I got so confused. Now another panno ipo, should I lose weight, should I not lose weight? Then again I went back to some sort of crazy diet and eating just cheese cubes in a day and all. It was crazy. I don't advise anybody do it again, ever again. And then I lost weight, and then I met with an accident. Then after surgery, obviously there was no movement because I was bed rest for 3 months. The only time I moved was to go to bathroom, that too with the help of a walker. I couldn't walk, and I had an assistant who would help me, and my parents were also there. So after that, getting back on my legs was such a difficult job. I don't know if I can make anybody understand the pain and what I went through, because it was very difficult for me. Not able to move, not able to do anything, because your feet is literally holding your whole body weight. So imagine that one is not working. How would you feel? So I think then after that, I think I was a little depressed in life generally. Nothing was happening for me. And at the time, I signed FIR just before surgery. So I remember calling Manu saying that என்னால் வர முடியாது next 3 months, just look for someone else. And they actually waited. They started after I came in. செட்டுக்கு போகிறதும் performance பண்ணுறதும் எல்லாமே வந்து it was so difficult for me. Then COVID happened. Then I don't have to say what happened during COVID. எல்லாருமே வந்து depressed தான் இருந்து, எல்லாருமே சாப்பிட்டா இருந்து, because there's absolutely no movement. You were not going to the outside world. So I gained the weight back. So right now, if you ask me, I'm in a space where I'm very secure about who I am. பட் எனக்கு தெரியும் இந்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் வந்து இப்போ ஒரு சர்டன் கேரக்டர் பண்ணோன்னா யூ ஹேவ் டு லுக் அ சர்டன் வே பட் இட் கம்ப்ளீட்லி டிபெண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் த டிரெக்டர். தேர் ஆர் டிரெக்டர்ஸ் ஹூ ஜென்யூன்லி ஹூல் கம் அண்ட் சே நீங்கள் எப்படி இருந்தாலும் பரவாயில்லன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. சில பேர் வந்து கொஞ்சம் வெயிட் லூஸ் பண்ணுங்கன்னு சொல்லுவாங்க. ஸோ ஐ திங்க் இஃப் த கேரக்டர் டிமாண்ட்ஸ் மீ டு டூ தட் ஐ வில் டெஃபினெட்லி டூ இட். பட் ஐ எம் நாட் கோன் டூ இட் பிகாஸ் 10 பேர் சொல்கிறாங்க இல்லை அந்த மாதிரிக்கு ஐ கான்ட் டூ திஸ்.
Yeah, but now since OTT has become very popular, there the looks really don't matter,
it doesn't,
right?
It doesn't.
Is the characterization that goes.
Correct.
So how do you choose a script?
I go with my intuition. இப்போ ஒருத்தர் வந்து ஸ்கிரிப்ட் சொல்லும்போது அந்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இன்ட்யூஷன் சொல்லலை. சம்டைம்ஸ் த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் லைன் ஐ நோ தட் ஓகே திஸ் ஒர்க்ஸ் ஃபார் மீ. சம்டைம்ஸ் த டைரக்டரோட கான்ஃபிடென்ஸ், ஹவு கான்ஃபிடென்ட்லி இஸ் இன் நரேட்டிங் த ஸ்கிரிப்ட். பிகாஸ் எப்போவுமே யூ கேன் ஹேவ் கிரேட் ஸ்கிரிப்ட்ஸ் பட் அது பேக்கப் பண்ணுறதுக்கு நல்ல ஒரு டீம் கிடைக்கலன்னா இட்ஸ் so many good movies have gone lost like that. So I believe that if there's a good team, good director and if I see myself in the role, சில டைமில் வந்து ஸ்கிரிப்ட் நல்லா இருக்கும் பட் ஆனால் என்னோட ரோல் வந்து ஐ டோன்ட் ரிலேட் டு இட். ஸோ அதனால நோ சொல்லியிருக்கேன் நிறைய வாட்டி. Sometimes you just have to get the right combination and I would feel it when it comes to me is what there's no process behind it.
What's your state of mind at the moment?
At the moment I'm very happy. I'm very relaxed. Right now like health wise I'm just focusing on it and all of that.
And you are doing so well in Malayalam with Vadakkan Selfie. Why you not doing Malayalam movies? That's a question a lot of people in Malayalam industry has asked.
No, not the industry. I would say the people. ஏன்னா இன் தமிழ் வந்ததுக்கப்புறம் ஜென்ரலி அவங்க வந்து நிறைய காசு கேட்பாங்க, வரும்போது நிறைய பேரை கூட்டிகிட்டு வருவாங்க. ஐ டோன்ட் நோ வை தே சே இட். அட்லீஸ்ட் எனக்கு பர்சனலி வந்த ஒப்பீனியன்ஸ் அதுதான். ஸோ நான் ஒரு ஆள்கிட்ட சொன்னாங்க இந்த மாதிரி ஜஸ்ட் ஃபைண்ட் அவுட் வாட் இஸ் ஹேப்பனிங். ஸோ அவங்க இல்லை இந்த மாதிரி நீங்கள் உங்கள் மேனேஜர் நிறைய காசு கேட்டிருக்காங்க, இல்லை நிறைய பேரை கொண்டு வரணும் செட்டுக்கு, ஒரு ஆன்ட்ராஜ் இஸ் தேர்னு சொல்லியிருக்கா. தென் ஐ டோன்ட் நோ டிஃப்ரெண்ட் இஷ்யூஸ். வாட்ஸ் ஃபனி இஸ் இட் நெவர் ரீச்ட் மீ. இப்போ மலையாளம் இண்டஸ்ட்ரிக்கு ஒரு மலையாளத்தில் ஒரு படம் வேணும்னா ஈஸி ஆக்சஸ் டு மீ. ஏன் மை ஃபாதர் இஸ் தேர், தே கேன் ஆல்வேஸ் கால் அப் மை ஃபாதர் அண்ட் தே கேன் ரீச் அவுட் மீ. ஸோ சம் பீப்புள் கெப்ட் சேயிங் ஷி இஸ் நாட் அப்ரோச்சபிள். லைக் எப்படி அப்ரோச் பண்ணணும்னு தெரியாது, யார் மூலமாக போகணும்னு தெரியாது. when my father is there, when such things, so I don't know what exactly is the reason I'm not getting, but I'm very, very interested in
your
doing.
father is a well-known cinematographer.
Yes.
And he has the best reaches.
Yes, he everybody knows him, everybody has access to him. So adu or puzzle mari irukku enna theriyala.
Okay. How's your emotional feeling when you go through a time when you're not getting the roles and when things don't fall out into place?
Yeah,
adu madri
frustration because இப்போ நான் வந்து ஒருத்தர்கிட்ட இந்த மாதிரி ஃப்ரஸ்ட்ரேஷன் இருக்குன்னு டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணால் ஃபஸ்ட்டு அவங்க தே த்ரோ தட் யூ லூஸ் சம் வெயிட் அண்ட் தென் யூ குட். ஓகே, சில பேர்கிட்ட டிஸ்கஸ் பண்ணும்போது இட்ஸ் ஆல் அபவுட் தட் ஒன் ஹிட். Then some people say you should try something else. Then some will say, oh, you're talented, but I think it's you don't have a good PR team. So if you ask me personally, I still haven't figured out the way. I feel it's lot to do with your time. எல்லாருக்கும் ஒரு டைம் இருக்கும். சில பேர் வந்து நிறைய வருஷமாக இண்டஸ்ட்ரியில் இருக்கும், ஆனால் ஒரு பர்டிகுலர் டைமில் ஒரு படம் வந்து ஹிட் ஆகி அதுக்கப்புறம் they just become big. For some people it's different, it's luck factor. இப்போ if you ask me, I feel it's a combination of all these things together. So many things, like you have to be at the right place at the right time. I think it's about that.
FIR has given you a new lease of life.
Yes, I would say it's my second break after AYM.
And your role was also crucial for the movie. Would you explain to us something about that?
What's funny is I was not part of FIR in the beginning. Munadi, when Manu narrated it to me in 2017, it was a love story between a Muslim boy and a Hindu girl. So on the time he said idu romba sensitive ana oru subject, I'll have to approach actors, avanga othukitana we can go ahead. But I don't think the actors who we approached was okay in doing very sensitive subjects, so they just said no to it. Adukapram the project was actually dropped. Then he called me again in 2018 and said Vishnu's agreed to do it, but sorry, you're not part of it. I said, oh, okay, I'm fine, it's fine. And then he called me back again 2 weeks later, said actually you're part of it. He was scared to approach me. Usually heroine role illana adum vera 2 heroines extra irukumbodhu it's very rarely people say yes to it. But for me, it was one, Manu, that I had to work with him. Secondly, in a the role, I was happy, so I did it.
Okay. And in our next, what's your next movie?
So I finished an anthology with A.L. Vijay sir. It is supposed to be released on OTT platform. There are other 3 women in it, actually 4. It's a horror story. Okay. It's my first time that I'm doing a horror genre. Fingers crossed, it's yet to release.
Tell us something about your hero, STR, Silambarasan, your hero in Achcham.
Yes.
How he has transformed himself, and now Manad is a totally different person.
Yeah.
Tell us your experience with him. Or have you met him recently?
No, I haven't met him recently, but now the first 2, I think in your interview itself, I've said, இவ்வளோ டேலண்டடான ஒரு ஆக்டர் ஐ ஹேவன்ட் சீன் பிஃபோர். எல்லாமே தெரியும். ஹீ நோஸ் டைரக்ஷன், மியூசிக் தெரியும், ஹீ டான்ஸஸ் வெல், ஹீ ஆக்ட்ஸ் வெல், ஹீ இஸ் லைக் அ பேக்கேஜ் ஐ ஆல்வேஸ் யூஸ் டு சே. But recently I haven't seen him, but I watched Manadu and I thought he was brilliant.
What's your diet now?
Like I asked, do I look like I am someone who followed that after all that fad diets? No. இப்போ எப்படின்னா I just want to eat healthy. So I like South Indian food. So my diet goes around my South Indian cuisine. Morning I have my dosa. Lunch I have, இப்போ I've reduced it to like 2 rotis. And night mostly soup. I like my tomato soup. That's what I do. And off late I just started. This is like what I'm following right now.
Well, that is a free and frank discussion, Manjima.
Thank you,
Thanks
sir.
a lot.
Thank you so much, sir, for calling me.
Bye.
Crown Plaza, Chennai, Adayar Park.
Experience Dubai Expo trip at rupees 59,999 with GT Holidays, Tamil Nadu's #1 travel company.